Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. My name's Andrea and this is Beauty with Andy. Thank you for joining me today. So today's video is going to be all about my reorganisation of my makeup collection. It just wasn't working how I had it originally, so I just thought I would reorganise it a little bit. Like, my vanity's been completely reorganised. Then there is that bit there that's been organised. Pretty much everything has been reorganised, so I thought I would take you along on this journey. So first of all, let's talk about something that hasn't been reorganised. This has stayed here for the last since I did the previous reorganisation, so I'd say probably maybe a month, 6 weeks, I don't know, but it's been there a while. So this is just my portrait lens for my Olympus EPL8 that I keep there as well. I use it for Instagram pictures as well, so if you're following me on Instagram, so all the like photographs of my makeup are taken with that lens. I got these the other day when I went to Primark. I'm just telling you about these first. So they're the PSI's shading eye brushes, and they're only £1 and they're like dual-ended. I've never tried these particular ones before. I have tried others from Primark and I really do enjoy their brushes. The brushes are really good for like when I'm washing my other brushes. So yeah, I got 2 of these and I thought I'd give them a try. If they're no good, I can always give them to my niece. I think she's going to be getting a little bit of makeup for her birthday. She's only 9, she'll be 10 soon. So if they're no good, I'll just pass them along to her. But I expect great things from them brushes because I do really enjoy Primark brushes. So here is all my, I would say my middle to larger palettes. These some palettes in here are the ones that I need to be trying, because I do want to do quite a big declutter on my eyeshadow palettes. I'm doing a collection at the moment, so you'll get to see that soon, what I have before I do the declutter. So then we've got this here. Now this hasn't really changed, it's just been in other places. It's been in about 3 other places since I've had it. So we've got this little tray on top. This came from B&M Bargains, I think. Yeah, I'm almost positive it was. And it was really inexpensive. I think about £2.99 or something like that. It's great for my lipsticks. All these lipsticks are for my lipstick edit. So these are the lipsticks that I'll talk about at the end of the month. Then there's my setting spray. There's my Project Pan foundation there, which we're nearly out of. At the back of that there's some glitters, some Wet n Wild ones and some collection ones, and then this is my Tarte lip balm, which I don't really use, so I don't know if I'm going to hang on to that or declutter it. Then in the drawers, I will show you, but I've shown these before, my Colourpop Super Shock eyeshadows on top, my L'Oreal Infallibles, there's a 17 eyeshadow there, there's my Australis metallic eyeshadows there, my NYX and Get Set white base there, there's a Charlotte Tilbury and some Kiko ones. These glitters I'm going to be decluttering, I just don't use them and I don't really like loose glitters, so they can go. Then we've got these ones. These are all glitters and I absolutely love these, so these aren't going nowhere. Really love these ones. Then we've got all my brow products, and I think some of these brow products will be going as well in the next declutter. Then we've got my lipsticks. So we've got the Ciate in Sydney and we've got a few Stila ones. They'll be staying. The Charlotte Tilbury ones in here will be staying, but I think I'm going to get rid of the other Charlotte Tilbury that's here. Pitch Perfect. I just think the shade is too light for me, which says a lot because I'm actually quite fairer than firm, and you can see how white I am. The Avon ones are probably all gonna go. Then we've got my Smashbox miniature lipsticks. So I'll be going through all of these as well when I do my lipstick declutter and seeing what we can get rid of there. I think there's 1 or 2 shades I don't really like in there as well. Then we've got makeup brushes. So these aren't all my makeup brushes. I haven't been using these in the cups there. So I thought about, like, there was over here on that shelving there, so I brought them here so I would use them more. I mean, they obviously need a clean, but yeah, I want to use them more. That's just my Pandora jewellery box. In the white container there, they're the brushes that I've been using a lot recently, like when I've been doing my looks on camera. And then all these ones are, let's just show you. All these ones are the main ones that I use all the time, so they're my favourite ones. So we've got face brushes. These are all my eyeshadow brushes here, and there's some there. These need organising as well, but yeah, that's what that looks like. That's quite a good place for them. This is not all my makeup brushes at all, guys. I have got so many makeup brushes. I need to go through them and see if I need to keep them all. And then I've got my little star candle there. Then we've got like little pictures here. I've only just put that one up. A smile is the best makeup any girl can wear. I really like that. That was somewhere else in the bedroom. And then be brave and amazing things would happen. That's the card that this company did for me, and I just put it in that rose gold frame. And then obviously that's my thing, the Beauty with Andrea, and then these here, Dior and Chanel, was literally where that was, so I've moved them. Then let's go into my everyday makeup drawer. Let me sit down on my chair. So this has changed as well. Right, so we've got Project Pan items here, which I need to pull because it was over there and I just wasn't pulling the items. I was forgetting about them. So we've got primers, powders in this section. We've got foundations, concealer, shade adjusting drops in that section, mascaras, eyeliner, brow pencil and glitter glue in that section. Then we've got clips and things there. Bubbles. We've got my Makeup Geek eyeshadow palette there, my Lacura mask there. Some more wipes here, some eyeshadows here, and then we've got like a miscellaneous section here which has lip balms in it. That's my brow tint, lip scrub, gel for my hands, and then at the back there is my bronzer that I've been using for the Shop My Stash, my blusher, and then the highlighter that stays in all the time. That's the MAC Soft and Gentle. So yeah, this is what my everyday makeup drawer looks like at the moment, but this will be getting changed out on Wednesday. Now this used to have like plastic containers in, but I've taken them out, which you'll see in a second. I've taken them out because I wanted them for my everyday makeup collection, and I didn't have any more, but I knew that I had these, and it's not ideal, of course it's not. I mean, I really loved the way it was set up before, and I was going to get some more plastic containers for it, but I've got these and I may as well make use of these even though it doesn't match. I'm not too bothered about that. I might get some in the near future. This is just like a Ferrero chocolate tin, which I thought would be good for like my blushes and stuff. And then yeah, this is what it looks like. I don't think it looks too bad. I mean, it stores everything the way I want it to. So yeah, right, so now let's go over to this section of the room. Like I said, I put the Dior and Chanel pictures there, and then we've got my little A. We've got all my, well, it's not all my perfumes. Some of the perfumes are on this like rotating cake stand. We've got some of my jewellery in that little jewellery box there. The perfumes that are on here are the ones that I want to use first. So we've got that one. I don't want to use that. That's my YSL Black Opium. And then we've got a couple down here. So they are the ones that I want to use first, and then I'll be concentrating on these ones. Right, so we've got this acrylic drawer system here. The only thing makeup related I've got in here is these lipsticks, and these lipsticks were in another acrylic drawer system, which I'll talk to you about in a second. These are the ones I'm thinking that I definitely want to keep. They're all reds, but I do need to try them just in case. I mean, a lot of these ones are very, very similar, so do I need to keep them all? I don't think I do, but I definitely want to keep the Rimmel ones. They're really good. Then we've got all my Naked eyeshadow palettes there that I have. So we've got the Urban Decay Naked Original, the Naked Urban Decay Naked Free, and the Urban Decay Naked Honey, which I'm going to be doing a free looks one palette with very, very soon. I got this on Black Friday and I've only used it once, and that was to test it. So yeah, I do want to use this really, really soon. Then we've got some lip liners here, just some like loose change in that little money box there, and So the Adventure Begins. I thought that was really cute when I bought it. I got that from New Look. And then in this little skull glass I've got all my Too Faced Melted Mattes, and then in here, like I've just shown you, just my lipsticks. And then the rest of these drawers need to basically, I need to go through them, and at least half of that acrylic can go somewhere else. I don't know what I'm going to do with it. I don't need all them drawers, I know that. This was when I had a much bigger makeup collection. I've got quite a big collection now, but I did have a lot more makeup, and I've decluttered it, passed it on to my niece and things like that, so I don't need that full set of drawers there. I think that's it for that. Obviously we've got my starlights there. They go, let me just show you where they go. They go all the way around that shelf. Then on top we've got just a little, says something about being beautiful there. Nail polishes and like a little pair, which I really, really like. Got that from TK Maxx, and then obviously you've seen my pictures there. That one is Chanel, got that from TK Maxx as well. A girl should be two things, classy and fabulous, love Chanel. So yeah, I really, really like that. I couldn't read it, I had to read it through the lens of the camera. Right, so the most changes that I've done in my makeup collection, if you've watched my Shop My Stash, you'll know that these two were built up together, and they were built up really, really high. I've never liked that, to be honest. So let's just talk about this section first. So we've got all my drugstore lipsticks here. So we've got one, that's not drugstore, that's MAC, it wouldn't fit anywhere else. So we've got like two trays there. These ones here are part of like a lipstick edit roulette, so every month I pick about 10 lipsticks from here, just because I know I want to declutter a lot of lipsticks from the collection, and I know that they're not going to be from these two sections, but from here I'm thinking there might be quite a few that I can declutter. At the back of that I have this like tight Christmas set I got one year. I don't use it, it's just there. I probably end up decluttering that when I declutter my eyeshadows. And then in here I had my mini eyeshadow palettes in a drawer with my single eyeshadows, so I'm going to just talk you through this really, really quickly. So we've got my Winky Look, these are higher end. So we've got my Winky Looks Uptown Kitten palette, my Kylie Eyeshadow Burgundy palette, the Balm Appetit palette, Steeler, I don't know what this one's called, something about, yeah, Eyes Are the Window, So palette. My YSL there, and my Elizabeth Arden there, and then I've got a Christian Dior palette in that pouch. So that's one of the higher ends. Then we've got this one. This is another higher end. So we've got my Huda Beauty Emerald Obsessions, my Huda Beauty Electric Obsessions, my two Charlotte Tilburys. This one is the Dolce Vita, and then this one is the Vintage Vamp. That's a Laura Geller one. I've not had that long. I got it like last year, probably towards the end of last year, in a Hollywood Glam, I don't know, Hollywood Night set I think it was called, and it came with lots of other products. So it's called Hollywood Glam. I really like that, which was quite surprising, especially for that shade there. I didn't think I'd like that at all. This, however, I love the packaging. I love Chanel, but I don't think I want to keep it in the collection. I might see if my mum wants it. She might want it for the compact. I like the gold, I really like that, but I don't use the other shades, so it's not really worth it for me to keep it just for that, unless I want to pan that gold and then kind of get rid of the palette itself, but it just seems wasteful. Then we've got this Shu Umaru palette. So this one is, it's really nice. This, it's the Sweet Beige brown palette, sorry. I've not used that in a hot second. Then we've got this NARS Duo. Love this one. This one is in Isolde, I think. Yeah, really pretty. Then we've got this Pixie by Petra, and I know some of you don't see Pixie by Petra as higher end, but for me I certainly do. Is more higher end than the likes of Revolution and MUA and things like that, so that's why it's in this drawer. And then I've got this Smashbox palette here, and I don't particularly like this one either. It's the Cover Shot Ablaze palette. Show you what it looks like. Yeah, I just don't particularly like it. It's barely been used, that palette, so I don't really know what to do with that. I don't want to just declutter it for the sake of decluttering it. So yeah, that's what this drawer looks like. Then we're going into more drugstore products. So we've got the MUA Colour Burst, I think it's called. Yeah, Colour Burst palette. So that's that. And again, I don't know if I'm going to keep this in the collection. I got this before I even had a lot of colourful eyeshadow palettes, and these feel like quite chalky. I do want to try it. I don't want to just dismiss it without trying it, so we'll do that. I'll probably do that on camera one day. Then I've got this 17 Easy on the Eye. I think this will always stay in the collection. This came from 17. They wrote to me and they asked me if I wanted to try a few of their products, and they sent me this. They sent me a mascara, a lip gloss, and another palette like this, but the other palette was more cool toned. And I've got this and the lip gloss. The lip gloss has never been opened, and I just really like it. These shades are right up my street, and also I don't really get sent much makeup, so I want to keep that. Then we've got this MUA one, and it's the same thing with this. I don't know if I want to keep this in the collection. I have got a lot of warm toned eyeshadows now. It's the Fire Vixen palette, but yeah, we'll see about that and see how it looks on the eyes. Also this one, I mean, it's a really pretty palette, I'm not saying it's not. I've never used it and I've had it ages, and it's the Romantic Effervescent palette. So I do need to try these palettes out. I can see myself decluttering them. This one is the same. It's an older palette, but it's a really pretty palette, especially that teal shade there, that gold, these two shades here. So I do need to see if the formula is still okay. If not, that will be getting decluttered into the bin. I've got this one here. Let's try and open it. I've got this one here. It came from Amazon. I picked it, but my sister got it me for my birthday one year, quite a few years ago. I just want to test it out and see how it looks. I mean, I don't know if I'd use that matte Kumar shade. It is quite bright, but if it wasn't for that, it'd be a neutral palette. So yeah, I do want to use it before I actually declutter it. So that's that one, and then we've got a tiny little Morphe one. I absolutely love this palette, guys. So it's the Morphe little palette, and it is called Awesome Blossom. And I'll just quickly show you. So my two favourite shades in this palette are that one there and that one there. They look so beautiful. That one's like a duochrome, I believe. I actually like that purple as well. So yeah, that wouldn't be going anywhere. Normally I'd put that with my Morphe palettes, but it would get lost with them. Then we have got smaller palettes, smaller drugstore palettes. So this one really isn't drugstore, but it's the Chroma, Courtney Kim Chloe Chroma Beauty. That's before anyone did any like makeup. Like, I know before Kylie did her makeup range, and I saw this in TK Maxx. So you got the blush, highlighter and bronzer, but I don't keep it for that, if I'm being honest. I keep it for the eyeshadows. The eyeshadow, this is really hard to do one-handed. The eyeshadows in this palette are out of this world pigmented, those shimmers especially. So I will be doing a look with this again on camera and just seeing if I want to keep it. Then we've got this palette that I curated myself. It's the Essence My Must-Haves. So we've got the highlighter shade. The only thing is, I wish I would have had a lighter shade than that. I might see if they still do these Essence and try and get a lighter shade. I love that peach shade. Oh, that's the highlighter shade, and that's the matte ivory shade. So I just need to change that shade if they still do these for like a more neutral transition shade. Then I have this, the MUA Luxe Metallic Eye Palette in Alchemy. I really like that one, especially that shade there. They're just cream eyeshadows and you get a primer at the end. This one is really good. It certainly exceeded my expectations. I've done 3 looks 1 palette with this, which I'll put on the video. So that's what that looks like, a really beautiful palette. So that's that. And then we've got these a lot of these are Primark. So we've got my Lion King The Wild Side. I got that for Christmas. We've got Mickey the True Original. They did that for the 90 Years of Magic. Then we've got the chocolate ones, the PS chocolate ones that they brought out. The Maybelline Gigi Hadid. I've only used that once, so I want to bring that out again soon. We've got a Ted Baker one there. I think it's got 3 eyeshadows in it. Is this Bourjois? I thought that was Maybelline for a second. This one is really good. This one is Smoky Stories in Grazy in Love. So I use it just for this gold. If this gold wasn't in there, it would be decluttered by now. It's really pretty. Then we've got this MUA Luxe, and it's in Enraptured. Now these are a dupe for the Hourglass ones. You'll see what I mean now. They are a dupe for it, but I don't know if I like the shades, so that might be going in a declutter next. And then we've got all my singles. So these here are probably the newest singles I've got in my collection. They're really good. They're the PS Nudes, what are they called? PS Nudes Glow eyeshadow duo by Primark. We've got an Elizabeth Arden one, some Kiko ones there, a 17 one there, Dose of Colours, Essence. These are really good as well. I've not seen these lately in my local Wilko. Essence Melted Chrome. There's a Kiko one there. Primark, MUA, Wet n Wild, L'Oreal, Stila. There's them 2 Colourpop that won't fit in the other drawer there, and then there is a Too Faced one back there. So yeah, that's what that little setup looks like. I love that a lot more because it's not really piled high, and it looked a little bit messy when it was piled that high up with products. So then let's go over here. So this one was part of my project pan, but I have put that in perfume I've used up in 2020, I think. I've got that video up anyway now, so when I tell you about that in my project pan update, that will just be going into the bin. I don't want to put it into this year's empties because we'll just be talking about it at the end of the year. Then this one was practically a full bottle. It's the Katie Price Stunning, and it's like halfway now. Then we've got my Primark Glow setting spray there, which I'm not a lover of, but I do want to use it up. My Yankee Candle there, I need to get some melts for it, and yeah, I really like that. And then I put my eye pencil brushes here. So we've got quite a few Too Faced ones in Kiko, like Rimmel, you know, different items there. Then in here are my everyday makeup items. So we've got, this one's part of Project Pan, as you know. This one I'm testing out this week. It's the I Heart Makeup Chocolate Rose Gold. I'll be doing a look with that in a second. And then this one I'll be staying until next week. This is the I Heart Makeup Golden Bar. I really like this setup more than I did the previous setup, just because they're out of the way. Then we've got the Hourglass palette. This is part of Project Pan. Maybe that should be on there then. Yeah, let's put that there because that's Project Pan. We've got the Revolution Radiance palette. My Primark PS Summer Stern face palette. That is a gorgeous palette. It's probably at the moment one of my favourite face palettes, and it was only £7, guys. Got that out of some money for my birthday. And then here at the back is my PS Bronze Highlight and Glow. And then the last one is a few lipsticks. This is Project Pan as well. Imagination Highlight to the Moon palette, and then those are the highlighters that I've been using this week as well. They're the Duochrome highlighters from BH Cosmetics. So that is what that looks like. Really pretty. I'm just thinking, is there anything else? Right, so this has stayed the same. So higher end lipsticks, eyeliners, and then in here are lots of like products I need to look at. Apart from that, that's just cream that stays in here. I need to see which ones I want to keep in the collection. It's like chopping block items really. And then in here, lipsticks that I know I want to get rid of. So there should be like a whole lot more of those lipsticks when I've actually gone through every single lipstick in here. And also, yeah, I might see what we've got in drugstore as well and see if I can get rid of anything there, just because, as you can see, does anyone need all these lipsticks? I just don't feel like I need them. I'm feeling really overwhelmed by them, but I love this setup a lot more. So yeah, it just looks a lot better. I mean, let me know your thoughts. I've done a vanity tour on the old setup. I'm still going to put that up. I think this one will go up first, but yeah, I really like this, the way it's looking now. Ignore those nails there. Let's just move them anyway, just from when I've been putting the pictures up. But yeah, it's so much better, I think. Right, so I showed you everything on top, but I didn't actually show you what's in the makeup collection. These are the drawers I store everything in, so let's head over and I'll show you what's in them, and I'll show you how it's different than it was previously. Right, so in this top drawer we've got all my face products. So we've got my primers here. This is a new primer. I'll be using this this week for my Shop My Stash. I've used this before. It says the original price is £7.50. I'm sure I paid more than that in Superdrug when I bought it, but I did get it for £3.99, and it's one of the hydrating primers by Elf, and I did really enjoy it. And when I was at my mum's, I put a tiny bit on my hand just to see how the texture was, and on my other hand felt so rough compared with the one that I used the primer on. So I was really amazed at that. So I am looking forward to using this on Wednesday, from Wednesday onwards. Like I said, they're all like primers here, so I've tried to put it in like in use order, whereas I'm saying that though, that one should go there, and then this one here, because that one's going to be up first. Then we've got my foundations. So we've got some foundations there and some foundations here. For 1 minute then I didn't think I had that many. I mean, that one at the back there, I say this all the time, but that's for when I fake tan. And then we've got some foundations here. They're not particularly in any order now. I mean, them two should be getting used, but I'm using a matte one at the moment by Primark, so they won't be getting used for a while. I go for like one matte foundation and one dewy foundation, so this week I'm not sure what I'm going to be using, just because I don't have that many dewy foundations. I might even try the BB cream with a foundation. I've been told that quite a lot of people do that and they like the look of it, so I might try that. Then we've got my concealers here. Now, I didn't want to get this, but Primark have been selling out of my shade. So this is the PS My Perfect Colour Liquid Concealer, medium coverage concealer. It was only £2, and I thought while they had it in my shade I would get it. It's in the shade Porcelain. They still don't have the loose powder, which I want to try from them. It is only a small Primark where I live, so yeah, they don't have that. They only have a tiny bit of makeup, and when they sell out, they sell out. So I've got quite a few concealers now in there. That one isn't concealer, that one's it's like a bronzer type material. It's like bronzer for me, that. And then that at the back is a cover stick. Then we've got all my powders. So we've got pressed powders at the front. We've got all them pressed powders, and then loose powders there. Bronzers here. Oh, that's a powder, that shouldn't be there. Bronzers here, and then we've got the two bigger ones here. I need to pull these out soon and just see if I want to keep them. I know I want to keep this one. I absolutely love this one. It's a cool toned bronzer, and it is the Mega Bronzer in 01 Cool. I know I want to keep that. It's just a shame they're that big. And then we've got like some glowy products here that just fit nicely. So that is what the first drawer looks like. I think it looks better. The reason I've done this with my makeup collection is because every time, well, not every time, but the last 2 weeks I was shopping my stash and I came into these drawers first, which is fine, but I forgot to pull a foundation. Foundations were in here originally, if you're new to my Shop My Stash. If you're not, you'll know what I mean. You'll know what was in here originally. Foundations, primers, masks, that type of thing. And then there was quite a few empty drawers. So yeah, it does look so much better like this. Really, really like it. Right, so second drawer down is all my blushers. So this big massive tray is full of blushers, and then that tray there is full of highlighters, and then over here are my higher end blush palettes. I wanted to separate them away from the drugstore, so yeah, I mean there isn't that many there, but yeah, these are like all my higher end blush palettes that I have. So that's them all. And then these two are ones that I've curated. Right, so third drawer down is anything goes really. So we've got a Revolution Radiant, sorry, Beyond Radiance palette there, Revolution Ultra Pro Glow there, my contour kit by Revolution there, my Primark Find Your Inner Mermaid highlighter palette there. It does have some blush toppers in as well. PS Beauty Pure Glow there. Technique, I don't know if I want to keep this one either. I need to pull this out soon and just, it's kind of on the chopping block. Same with this Tanya Bear one. So I could potentially have quite a bit of room in my collection there. Then in the middle we've got another one of these silver baskets, and it has all like my smaller palettes. I won't go through it, but if you want to see them more in depth, I can do that in a separate video. We've got a couple of the Revolution smaller palettes here. So this Rose Gold Glow is one of my favourites, and then I really like this one as well. So this one is the Bronze and Glow. They're really good palettes then. And then we've got the Essence Iron Face palette, which I keep around, if I'm being completely honest, just for the highlighters. They are amazing, and I don't want to get rid of them. Then at the back of that we've got the Catrice Light Up the Stars. Oh, that is so good. That needs to be pulled out soon as well. I've not used that for quite a while. Then here, I wanted to put these somewhere else. These are all my Revolution palettes. So this is the newest one in the collection. So this is the Revolution Forever Flawless Allure palette. Really pretty. I absolutely love that palette. I'll open it up and show you. You'll get to see it soon anyway, because I've done 3 looks 1 palette with it. I'm not sure which video will go up. I'm gonna break it. We'll go up first, but this is what it looks like. Isn't it a beauty? So that's that one. And then we've got my I Heart chocolate bars here at the front. There's like 7 of them. We've got some collabs here. And then at the back here we have got these kind of palettes, which are the, what are these called? Reloaded palettes. I've got quite a lot of them, and I'll be doing looks with them and seeing if I want to keep them all. Just because there is just so much Revolution. I mean, I do like Revolution eyeshadows, and they are getting better, like compared to some of the older I Heart makeup ones. And this, you can just tell the difference in the formula. The formula is creamy and blends out like a dream, whereas some of these just don't. And that's why I'll be getting rid of some of these like bigger palettes, and hopefully I'll be able to put like it all in one row. So that's that. I can't see me getting rid of this egg though. I absolutely love this egg. Let me see if I can open it up for you. Right, so this is completely my vibe. Not necessarily the reds, but the golds are completely my vibe, and I love the highlighters. Right, so this is the last drawer. This up here is basically a mishmash of higher end palettes like Jaclyn Hill and Zoeva. That's a Zoeva one in the NYX palette, and then we've got Primark ones. So we've got quite a lot of Primark ones there. One Profusion Mixed Metal, Rude Cosmetics, and then there's a W7 one at the back there as well. So we have got quite a lot of different ones here. I love that Profusion one, by the way, guys. It's one of the favourites I got for Christmas so far. And then we've got some Too Faced ones here. So these are the higher end ones in the middle. Too Faced, what else? Yeah, Urban Decay. They're all Urban Decay. That's Urban Decay and that's Urban Decay at the back there. Then we've got some BH Cosmetics ones here. So the Shanaxo, the Remix, and then that's the older Shanaxo Desert Oasis palette there. This one is quite old. It's the BH Cosmetics Warm Stone one. I absolutely love it. and then we've got 2 of the dubious place. So we've got the Deuce and we've also got the Zulu. So this drawer is looking a lot more empty than it was. I'll just put that there. Yeah, it's looking a lot more empty than it was, and I really do like how it looks. So that's the 4th and final drawer, guys. Thank you so much for watching and taking some time out of your day. It really does mean a lot that you have. If you've not already subscribed, please hit that subscribe button down below and click the notifications bell, and I will see you in my next one. Bye guys.